What's up, guys? Tim here from Everyday Tactical Vids. Today we're looking at the Bogist, B-O-G-I-S-T, mini bike V2. I got this from Banggood, B-A-N-G-G-O-O-D. They're a massive website overseas. And this bike, the mini bike V2, is an electric bike, and it only runs about 450 bucks. So I wanted to check this out because it was so compact. As you can see, if you look at the tires, I've definitely been using it. It's been on the roads and off-road as well. So let me talk through some of the details. What I can tell you is that what you see is what you get. As far as the assembly process, very simple. You can see there's a little, basically a locking mechanism there. So you're going to, I'll show you in a second up close, but you're going to unlock that in order to stand up the handlebars. And then you can see the locking mechanism on the seat. You're going to basically unlock that to slide the seat post up and down. But that's it. It's not like it's a ton of work to assemble it and put it together. You're not attaching wheels or all those things. That's because it's so compact. So let me talk through some of the details, show you sort of the two assembly pieces, if you will, and then we're going to take it out and use it. And this thing has been a lot of fun already, as you can see. I've definitely used it. I've been enjoying it, and it is compact and small. So that's something we'll talk about in relation to who's riding it, who's it for, who's it not for. All right, so I zoomed in here real quick. Basically, you've got this little side button. Press this or pull it up, and then you can pull this back. And now this collapses down. So this was basically, you know, over the frame of the bike. You pull it up and lock it in, and you're good to go. Over here on the seat, it's like a standard bike seat. You got this locking mechanism, so you can loosen this or tighten this section up. And then when you get it set where you want it to be, crank this down, and you're good to go. It's locked in place. Big thing is just make sure that the seat is aligned with the frame of the body, which I'm going to turn this just a little bit right now, because obviously it's uncomfortable if you don't do that. Now, another thing that's pretty standard with a lot of electrical bikes is that your battery is going to be in the frame here. You get a set of keys. The keys are not for starting the bike. It's for accessing the battery if you want to take it out. So you put the key in and you turn it, and then this guy will come out. There's your battery. See kind of interesting shape there, but you can see these slots. There's four basically connection points in the back. Slide it in, slide this down, turn the key, lock it, and you are, see if I can pull this out here, good to go. All right, over here on this side is where you're going to plug it in to charge it. I'll show you that right now. So over here is your charging port, really easy. Plug in your plug and then plug it into the wall. When you're done, take out the plug and then slide this in. And you want to make sure that's closed up so just you don't get any water in there. The way you're going to check on your charge is by looking up on the handlebars, which I'll show you right now. All right, quick overview of the handlebar section here. So this is basically your display screen. You got a power button here. Hold this down, the display screen will come on. All right, so that's on. 0 miles per hour. We're in setting 3, which I'll show you when we're riding it. You can see that the battery is fully charged. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the battery kind of display sections are there. We've gone 8 kilometers so far. I guess 8 kilometers because it's set in kilometers. Over here, you got this little thing that's your bell, which is kind of cute, but it'll get somebody's attention if you're actually riding. You are going to pedal, and the bike will respond to your pedaling based on your different settings. But if you just want it to go, let me pick up the back wheel so it doesn't roll off. This button here, you just press down, and it'll start rocking and rolling. There's your brake for your back. There's the brake for the front. Most electric bikes work in that you adjust the setting, whether it's 1, 2, 3, up to 5. And say at a 1, it's going to take you up to, say, 10 miles an hour. At a 2, it'll take you to 15. At a 3, it'll take you to 20. And when you pedal, as you're pedaling, it starts to sense, hey, you're not going fast enough. That's when it assists you. You can just use this if you want to without pedaling, and it's more like kind of a moped. So you'll see here's the button. I'm going to press this. Now it's down to level 1 here, level 2, level 3, 1, 2, 3, like that. If I hold it down, eventually it will go off. Another feature is when the power button's on and you double click here, it's going to go turn the light on, which you can see. As you can see, when the front light is on, it does have a tail light as well, which is good. There, double click, it's going to go off. You can also see that this has moved over to miles per hour. Now you can see it's back to kilometers per hour. So a triple click here, relatively slow, 1, 2, 3. Now it's at miles per hour, 1, 2, 3, kilometers per hour. I'm going to leave it at miles per hour because I'm based here in the US and that's the system that we use. And you can see when I lift up the back there so it doesn't go riding off on me, but hold this down and you'll get the different miles per hour at, let me show you real quick here, the different settings, right? So we'll go to 1. When I've got this fully cranked down, it's gonna go up to about 6 miles per hour, brake. When I put it on 2 and crank this down, it's gonna go up to closer to 10, let go, and then, sorry, that's the light. Let's go up to 3 here, crank this down, it's gonna go up to 15. So those are kind of your 3 settings, and obviously that's going to be affected by the weight of the person on the bike, if you're on a hill, things like that. But that's generally how it works. And hold this down again and goes off. Here's a look at the battery taken out. You can charge this thing up when it's not in the bike, which is nice. So you don't have to like have the bike upstairs to be charging it. You can like put that on your counter and charge it. There's your input again to plug the plug in. Just some detail on the battery. You can see, obviously, product number. It's a lithium-ion battery, 6.8 amp hours or 280.8 watt hours, and the voltage is 36 volts. We do have a aluminum alloy frame, so it's going to keep it lightweight. It is folding so that it's easy to transport. Tires are small, but they are functional. I mean, you can see here, I'll give you a close-up. They're definitely muddy, and they're doing just fine, so no issues whatsoever with that. Here's a look at your charging cord. This is the box that is kind of the center of the cord. So that end goes into your plug on the bike. This end obviously goes into your wall. And you can see right there, there's a little section that's going to light up. If it's red, it's charging. If it's green, it's fully charged. That's the simplest way to check it out. And then whenever people say, here's how long it takes to charge, there's like a variety of factors. But you can hop online and just type in how long does it take a fill-in-the-blank battery, watt, volt, milliamp hours battery to charge, and you'll get a general sense. My biggest thing is I don't ever charge any batteries, almost at all, but particularly larger batteries like this, unless I'm home. I just don't want anything to go sideways and something to catch fire, so I always want to be super careful. That's what I recommend to you as well. All right, you can see I'm out here with the bike, and we're looking at about a 265-pound max as far as your weight for this, and you're looking at about 20 miles as far as how far you can go on this thing. So I'm going to set up my tripod, I'm going to tool around a little bit, and then I'm going to take it for a spin, get some footage of that, and you'll see what it looks like. All right, so as is true with most electric bikes, you're gonna pedal. As you pedal, if you're under the set miles per hour, it's gonna basically say, hey, we're gonna assist you, it's gonna kick in. If you stop pedaling, it's gonna basically assume, hey, you don't wanna go any faster, so we're gonna not give you any more power. If you press that automatic button where the power button is, that little lever down below, it'll drive you forward regardless. You can also tell as somebody who's 6'2", close to 250, this is it's not going to be a bike that I'm going to be like, oh, I'm just kind of lounging here riding on this thing. So as a car passes by here, it's not hard for me to pedal, but I would say, you know, if you're looking for a big hefty e-bike that's going to go 50 miles, this is not it. To me, this is like a local commuter bike, tooling around town, little trips here and there. Maybe you throw in a backpack, go to the corner store because you got to get some ingredients for dinner. And the great thing about it is that if you're traveling, you can fold this thing up, put it, you know, on a roof rack, cover it up safely, obviously, put it in the back of your car, whatever it is, and you can travel with it. So what I'm going to do now is actually go for a little ride. This is a very secluded area in my neighborhood, so I'm going to go for a little ride with it, with the phone showing you kind of what the functionality looks like. Just to show you guys, since I'm getting off the beaten path, not just like right on my neighborhood, put my helmet on for safety's sake. Once I get into the sunlight, because of the camera and the interface here, it starts going like, as you can see, it gets kind of weirded out, starts moving like that. But anyhow, let me just show you real quick. It's set at 1, that means I'm gonna go up to 5 miles an hour. If I set it at 2, it's gonna go to 10, 3, 15. I've already double clicked, so my light is on. I'll double click it off, double click it back on. Oops, sorry. There's the light, and triple click. to get to miles per hour. And then again, as I pedal, if I'm pedaling, it's going to sense, oh, he wants to go up to 15 miles an hour. He's only at 10. It's going to assist me up to 15 miles an hour. If I have to set it 2, it's going to assist me up to 10 miles an hour. Level 1 up to 5 miles per hour. And then this button right here, if I hit it, it's going to automatically just take me off, and I'm going to be going. There's my bell, and my wife's out walking the dog, so I'm going to see if I can find her here in town. Just to show you that it's not just for me, my wife is also taking a spin on it and giving it a test out, and she definitely weighs a lot less than I do. So you'll see this thing rocking with her. Let me give you some final thoughts on this bike. So first of all, let's talk about price point. You're looking at about 450 bucks. That's I think it's a really good level to get into the electric bike world. This is not, again, an electric bike that you're going to be commuting long distances, even 10 miles to work. But for something to kind of scoot around town in, I think that's a great option. So like a morning dove right there on a wire. The charging process is easy. I will say, because the physics of the whole like crankshaft system is small, you don't have gears, so you're not able to adjust to kind of, move your feet slower or faster with more or less torque. It just is what it is. It's one option. So I do find that additional thumb button for acceleration very helpful. There were times when I had the thumb button and I was pedaling, and I was just sort of like, as I'm going up a hill, I'm like, I guess I'll pedal and use the thumb thing at the same time. But it was, it was fine. 15 miles an hour. For this thing, it is what it is. It's a little bit slow for me. I'd like to see it go up to 20, but it certainly is very functional. The fact that you can collapse the seat really far down, and then I'm looking at it because it's right here. Collapse the seat really far down and then fold the handlebar down makes it very transportable. You could definitely fit it in the back seat of your average car. You're going to get a little mud on the seat from the tires, but other than that, I think you're good to go. Charging process, like I said, was easy, and it's pretty fast. It's not a massive battery, so that's good. I think it's a good intro electric bike, compact electric bike, transportable electric bike, and a shorter distance electric bike. They're saying up to 20 miles, which is true. But, for me, if I'm like, all right, I got to go here in town, I got to go here in town, I got to go here in town, that's going to add up to, 8 miles, 7 miles in a day. That's like half of the distance, half of the battery charge, because it's going to go about 20 miles, I guess, on a full charge. So I would just keep that in mind. But it's been fun. They do have it in white. They have it in black as well. And if you're looking for other electric bike options, I've reviewed a few, but Banggood has a ton of options on their website, so check that out. As you saw, my wife was riding it. It was fine. It works well for her. Like I said, she weighs way less than me, and so it's going to be even more efficient for her when she's using it. But yeah, fun to use. I've got a friend in the next town over who is looking for an e-bike, so I may be passing this on to her to be a blessing to her so that she can get out and get around a bit. So there's my thoughts. Let's see your thoughts and your feedback in the comment section. If you have any experience with e-bikes, I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comment section. All right, guys, as always, more videos are coming soon. Take care.